And we are live with Marketing
Live.
Hey, Lindsay, baby, how's it going?
I'm doing good, Lindsay. How are you?
I am fantastic. I am healthy. Hey, Peg. Hey, Tim.
That's a lie.
I know.
That's a lie. I heard you coughing before we got on. Peg,
Oh, I must have
Tim.
just clearing my throat.
Peg,
Hey,
how's
guys.
your mom? How's your lovely mother? I hope she's doing well. I love all your pictures, your beach pictures. Do you see all of her beach pictures? Is she on your feed?
Who are you talking about?
Peg?
Oh, I missed that.
Michael, hello. How are you? Lindsay,
Hello.
what are we talking about tonight?
We are talking about building a team to help grow your business.
Sorry, I was snoring.
Wow, what the hell was that? Sound effects on your computer? I was totally like, what the fridge?
Woo! Systems! How are we going to make that sexy? That's my question.
Because people are fun.
Team, we're talking about team and systems, right? Or just team, building a team? I mean, you can't build a team without systems, right?
I was just going to say that. They're kind of part and parcel, aren't they?
Michael says, boom! That's right.
Nice.
What? Yeah, Michael's falling asleep too.
I know. Michael must be a warrior saying boom, and that name sounds familiar. Are you a warrior?
Are you a warrior?
That name rings a bell to me. Yeah. How many people do you have on your team, Miss Lindsay?
Oh, we are. I have 5 that work very closely with me and will talk to customers and do all that tech support. And then I have probably 10 that are like do all the stuff behind the scenes, the websites and everything like that. He is a warrior 50.
There we go. That's what I thought.
What is that? Do you know, Lindsay?
I actually don't know what the warrior 50 part means.
We'll have to ask Mike.
There you go. I know almost everything about CEO Warrior, but that number I don't ring a bell. But yeah, for myself, I have. Sorry, it's hard to read the things and pay attention.
I know.
Yeah, I'm at 10 now. So, and of course, my husband's in the business with me, just like your husband's in the business with you. So we have a lot in common, that's for sure.
Yes, we do. 50 million business.
Oh.
Damn, bro. That's all I have to say about that.
He's in the club. Then I hope he's a Centurion. Killer. Thanks for joining, Michael. Awesome. I will see you in October then, apparently. So yeah, I'll be speaking at that event. I'll be speaking, of course, at Dream Business Academy at the end of September, as will you. So that will be super exciting.
Yep, that's Jim Palmer's event in San Diego. It's not too late to buy tickets. It's a 3-day event where you can join Lindsay and I and a whole bunch, and Jim, of course, giving really cool business advice. Tim, I know we're going to see you there, right?
I know.
Right?
DreamBusinessAcademy.com. Awesome. And yeah, so, I mean, was it scary for you when you started to build a team and just making that transition? Or did it feel like the natural step?
It's always scary when we first started. So like maybe 12 years ago, Tim's thinking about Dream Business Academy. Like it is stressful because you're paying out a lot of money for these people. And so that's stress, and also they're people. So they have needs and they have problems and they have personal lives, and they're not here to really build your business. They're here to like get a paycheck and do their thing, right? And so all of that can be really kind of scary, in my opinion.
It was daunting for me, but I knew I couldn't grow and make more money if I didn't hire people to take on some of the work.
That's a great question, Tim. Great question.
Exactly. I just knew there's only so many hours I have in a day, right? So there's only so much money I can make when you're in a service business. When you're doing products and stuff, it's a little bit different. So I just knew I couldn't take on any more clients and I couldn't grow unless I started hiring. And
I'm super lazy, so I don't really like to do a lot of the work. And so you got to find people and develop systems so like I can take off time with the kids and be lazy and do all, have fun versus you being completely like tied up in the business, which eventually you'll get burned out because you won't be making the money, but you'll be working really, really hard.
You'll be killing yourself. And yeah, absolutely. And for me, I was a little worried that like, well, how are they going to do the same job that I'm going to do? And like, these are my clients and this business is my baby.
Yes. You have to get past that mindset. I like it.
Lazy Lindsay. She is far from lazy. All right. You're a piece of work.
Just for you, Tim. Just for you.
Very nice. And then, so what are some of your tricks or tips, I guess you could say, when it comes to hiring someone? Because it's a bloody process.
Well, I think the real strength comes when you have in my opinion, when you have developed business processes, and then you can hire a lot more you can hire like a VA firm. Like, I know you do a ton of VA work, right, Lindsay? Or not so much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can hire VA firms like you to come in and actually execute the work that they don't need to know exactly how to do everything. So you have the processes laid out, then you can hire based on personality versus based on skill set. So
yes, that is true. Like I have someone that all they do is podcast, audio editing. I have someone that strictly does graphics. That's a graphic designer. So that's a specific skill set. So they take on those pieces for clients in my business, my own, and so forth. So that is definitely one good example for sure.
Yeah. How about you? What's your secret for hiring good people?
I definitely always, I go to different sites. Like I've gone to, what do you call it? Not Elance. It used to be called Elance. Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. And hiremymom.com actually has been really successful for me. And just the internet referrals from people. But then I make sure that I go through a lot of resumes, interview a handful, because you never know. You can't just pick someone and then just hire them right off the bat. You need to kind of check out what your options are.
So do you give them a full-fledged, like you have all these questions? Or are you mostly going off of gut feeling or?
No, I definitely ask questions. And some of them are like specifics of what their experience are. But I also like to find out if they hired someone and it was their business, what are 3 qualities that they would want? So that's like technically I'm looking for like someone that responds quickly, that they answer my emails, like a good communication and they communicate quickly, because that's important to me. If someone doesn't answer my emails, I kind of freak out. And then just being detail oriented. So I've had some people that say that are open to criticism. If I'm not doing something right at first, please tell me because I want to improve. Their ego isn't in the mix. So you get some interesting, diverse answers because then if you see what's important to them, qualities, then you can see if they're a match for what you like.
Yeah. What's the craziest answer you ever got in an interview?
I have such a crappy memory. I wouldn't even remember, to be honest.
I know. I'm trying to remember.
That's a good question, but damn, I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I think the weirdest interview we ever had was we interviewed this guy. He had like an impeccable resume. He was extremely professional. He was really awesome. We were really excited to talk to him. Came into the office. We gave him an interview, and he's basically like, so I probably should let you know that I have a felony because I embezzled from my last company, which was X company. And he told us it was a small town. So we all knew. It was like, Jesus. Wow. And like, even though he wasn't going to be around the money and stuff, you still had to be kind of like,
yeah, at least he told you.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, to be frank, we don't really we don't run background checks or anything because no one is in the office. Like, what's the point of the background check and stuff? So we would never know. He could have totally kept that on the DL. So
I know, that's crazy. I hate the I don't know that, but I really love learning new stuff and I'm quick to learn.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, but
that's a beauty pageant answer, right? It's like, what's your worst quality? You know, I always have to be so timely. I just always have to show up on time. It's like, that's the beauty pageant answer, right?
Yeah, it is, totally. I do ask them what area they need to improve in, or what one of their, I forget how I phrase it, but like what one of their weaknesses or.
Yeah.
And I ask them, honestly, what they hate doing. Because I don't want to end up giving them tasks that they hate and then they're not going to do a good job at it, right?
That's true. That's
and
really
everyone
true.
hates something, and it's okay to hate something. I hate a lot of things.
I know you do, Lindsay. I know.
Such a negative Nelly. I actually hired Carmen, which is your HRspecialist.com. Is that
my
the website?
My HRspecialist.com. Yes.
She perused all the resumes or whatever. She shortened the list, or we shortened the list for me. She had preliminary conversations with a handful of them and then narrowed it down to even more. And then I interviewed those handful, and I actually hired two from that batch.
Wow. And did they turn out well?
Yeah. One I fired last fall.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother discussion. Firing is.
So is, and we'll get to that in a minute. But no, the other one, she's like my little rock star, man. I absolutely adore her. She's been with me for a year now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you follow the whole quick to hire? Oh, wait. Slow to hire, quick to fire? Have you heard that?
I've learned some big lessons along the way, Lindsay. I remember when, and this is one of the biggest lessons to learn, is you have to be quick to fire. I had,
you can never rehabilitate them. Like no matter how much begging and pleading and moments you have with them, I've yet to rehabilitate an employee.
No. And they just weren't cutting the bill, right? And then mistakes were being made, and then I have to answer to my client, and that sucks. And it was causing me so much stress. And then it was like, I think I had a 911 with Jim, and I had another phone call. Like, I know I have to fire him and I don't know how to do it. And I'm chicken and I'm scared and blah. Like, and then once I did it, he's like, yeah, I totally get it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And it was fine. And I felt so much better afterwards. And then I hired someone else and I moved on. I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I do this months ago?
Yeah, you can't rehabilitate
them. But it's hard.
It's really hard. All the times are hard. I mean, I've fired multiple people, and it always, always, always sucks. Always.
I know. And yeah, I fired 2 cents. Fired some clients.
Lindsay's just clearing out her life. She is just clearing out her life.
It is hard though, right? It feels yucky, but it's so not worth the stress hanging on to that. And really, like your business, your reputation, your clients, it's on the line. So It's like, you can't be Mr. Nice Guy. You can still be respectful about it. Yeah. Now, here's a question. How do you manage your team? Do you use any tools?
That's a great question. So our lifeblood is Basecamp. So we use Basecamp for managing tasks, and our whole lives are in Basecamp. And Highrise, which is client management. You know, you CC all your emails, and that's where all their contact. And those two are of the same family, so they're interconnected. So that is where we spend our time. Where do you spend your time, Lindsay?
Say a quick hello to Chris. Hi, Chris. And then Michael made a good point. Says you normally get better after you let them go, and it is so true. So
hey, true. Chris is here.
I know. Oh my God, that cracks me up totally.
Chris, good job for showing up tonight.
At some point, you need like a cat meow just for like Adam, who's not here tonight. But
well, yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely should do that. So when Adam shows up.
Yeah, and a beer opening, that'd be a good one too, or like a cork popping from a.
I'll see what I can do. Okay, but
okay.
But I don't really think, since we're talking about employees, that you should boss the sound girl around. Do you know what I mean?
Whatever.
Like, let me do my job.
But I love Teamworks. It tracks their time and I can export it to QuickBooks for all my invoicing and also just accountability in regards to their, tracking their time, right? And yeah, communication. Are there any other communication tools that you use besides Basecamp?
Definitely. As far as communication outside of email, Google Docs is where like all of our processes sit. Yeah. Gmail, of course, email, Google Calendar, of course, and Skype.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All of those things.
I know. Teamworks actually has a chat feature. We tried it, which is kind of like Slack, but it didn't work for us.
Do you use Slack?
No, only for a couple of clients where it's like intermittent. I'm not a fan. It drives me crazy. But I do tell my team they Skype, like text Skype me, whatever, if they have quick questions. So that way I'll give them an answer faster. And that way I'm not inundated by emails. So I think it's important to, and this is part of the whole team building thing, is kind of set those ground rules and set those expectations. Do you have any ground rules with your team?
Yeah, pretty much like what you said. Email slow, Basecamp slow. If you need me, hit me up on Skype, or we also use Vox. Do you ever use Voxer?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't get into that. Yeah. I have customers on it, and it is like if I'm running around with kids, it's easier to box people.
That's true. It all depends on your needs, right? And my team knows that, like, if it's dire, it's really urgent, like and I'm out and about, it's okay to text me because I would rather my client or the thing be looked after.
Yeah.
So that, and then also in the early morning, do not try to contact me. Send me an email with urgent in the subject line, but I'm not going to be on Skype because I'm focused on some projects. First thing in the morning. So that's just how I work. And sometimes my emails are really short and quick, like brief, and there's no like pleasantries sometimes. And I'm like, please don't get offended. I'm just going at the speed of light. I just am answering you. I'm not trying to be rude. Please understand that up front.
Yeah.
So, because I don't want them to be like, oh, she's so rude.
If you don't mind, let's talk about the importance of having employees or VAs or whatever people to take tasks off, the importance of that and how to like start or where to begin. Let's go back to Tim's original question because I have some stuff to say.
All right. Go for it. You start.
Oh, okay. So I would say when you're first starting out, look at your week and decide what 10 hours in the week that you can assign to someone. Chances are you're doing payroll. Chances are you're doing some accounting. Chances are you're doing like mundane social media posts or tasks. So, figure out how to loosen up 10 hours a week of doing stuff that you should really not be doing and start contact a VA firm or find somebody to just fill those in for like 10 hours a week. And you'll fall in love with it because you'll be free, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Delegate. And you know what really did it for me was I stopped and thought about what my hourly worth was, like, how much I make, and you divide it and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, why am I even forget what it was. Why am I creating this spreadsheet when that, like, I could have my team do that for like a third of the cost?
Yes.
Why am I doing it? Even when I got someone to clean my house, I'm like, honest to God, I'm like, that if I did it, not only the stress factor, but if I did it, it would, like, that's that much of my time. My time is valued at this much. I'm like, forget it. Same with even writing my own blogs sometimes. It's like, hire a writer, get them to do it. They're better at it than you are. And yeah, hire people that have the expertise at graphics, at bookkeeping, at content marketing, at video editing. It's amazing how many people do their own podcast editing. I'm like, no.
That's crazy. That is crazy. No. And really, when you get workers and you duplicate systems and you can pull in more people than you're putting out, that makes you more, that takes you out of, I'm an employee or I'm a worker to like literally being a business owner where you're managing high level parts of the business and the direction of the business and those kind of things. So I know it's scary to pay someone to do, like, in your head, it's definitely a mind game where you're like, but I could do it. Why would I spend $15 on this guy? But you just have to, because that's the only way you're going to get out of your business to work on your business.
It's the only way you're going to create massive action. Absolutely.
Yes, it's an investment. And like posting podcasts with social media, like if you guys are podcasting, go to Lyndsay, like record the podcast and she'll take care of the rest of it. Absolutely. Outsource or in-house?
That's a great question. Here's my take on that. If you outsource, then you are hopefully going to hire an expert that's in that field. And really, like, they have their own business, and it's in their best interest to do the best job possible because they want you to be happy. They want to keep you as a client. And then you only have to have them for the work that you need. If you hire someone in-house, you have to have enough work for them for X amount of hours every week. And then you have to really oversee them and manage them and train them. And that takes up a lot of time, where you outsource someone that already knows the systems. They already know how to brand. They already know how to hashtag. They already know how to do all those great things to make you look amazing and optimize what it is that you're doing. And you don't have to train them. It's like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, but there are some tasks, like I said, I agree with that for social media and podcasting and like everything like that. But when it comes to dealing with clients, my project managers, those guys, I mean, there's laws. I don't know what the laws are in Canada, but you literally like can't make someone show up 9 to 5 as a contractor. They have to be an employee, and you have to pay all that crap. But because they have to be on the phones and I tell them how to do their job and I want them to follow specific things, like they have to follow into that employee thing. Plus there is you're building a company and people start viewing it as a family, where if everyone's just a hired gun, then you don't really have like that either. But it's definitely, especially if you're just getting started out, just hire a VA,
Yeah, I agree. And it can feel scary having someone outside of property. You're like, how do I know what they're doing? How do I know if they're really, blah, blah, blah. One tip I do have is that if you hire a company, an individual, whatever, that's online or virtual, is you don't have to give them everything at once. I even start this way with my clients. It's like, let's do this and this first. I'll get to know your voice, get to know your branding. We'll build our relationship and trust and kind of get moving. And then, a month or 2 down the road, we'll add this and then we'll do this. So just start off with little bits and establish that relationship. Let them get to know your business and how you work. And then you can drip more work to them as you feel comfortable. So much easier.
Yeah, it is so much easier. Just one thing at a time. And the same goes for building systems and documenting everything so you can actually hire based on personality instead of totally on skill set. Is you just got to start with one. Like one mundane task that you do over and over again. Open up Google Docs and write it down. Write exactly down what you're going to do, like you're going to give it to your little sister and make her do it. Yeah. Like that's truly the strength of a business. It really is. And
I love doing screencasts to show how something is done. Because they can reference it over and over again. They can actually see it. Oh, I click there and then go there. You know what I mean? Or that's what it's supposed to look like. I have so many screencasts. It's insane. And then we house all of our procedures and document everything. We have like systems and steps. We have templated task lists so that nothing is missed. And everything is completely consistent across the board, and then nothing slips through the cracks.
Yeah, and that's
knock on wood.
Important. Chris says,
outsource via Fiverr. I have used Fiverr. Have you, Lindsay?
I use Fiverr a lot, but not to hire any full-time people. But I would get behind hiring on Upwork, which Lindsay, I think you and I did how to find the best outsourced work marketing in Merlot, didn't we, Lindsay?
I think we did.
Yeah,
if you go to smoothbusinessgrowth.com, I have a marketing Merlot tab where all the past issues are.
Yeah.
You know what? We didn't even introduce ourselves in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. No. Lindsay, you know what? Oh, we'll do that at the end, I guess. Yeah. You really should have that.
Fiverr, I like it for like very specific things, like an intro video or a voiceover or
yes, exactly. Or not
something that's ongoing.
Lindsay, I'm having sound trouble. Hold on.
Okay. And Chris says, yeah, like she's using for animation, YouTube intros. That's perfect. Absolutely. Peg likes the sounds. I do too. I think that should be an integral part of our show. And there we go. See, exactly, Jim. You said are you still having issues? Oh, I can't hear you. No, what the bacon? You were like all over the sounds a second ago, and now there's nothing. What else did we want to I was going to ask you questions, but I can't hear you. I was going to talk about meetings, like how we communicate with the team, what kind of meetings that we have. Because a lot of people have meetings when they're like in an office environment and there's a whole bunch of people and they all have sales meetings and what have you. But when you're virtual, I definitely think you should still have meetings. Yeah, Lindsay went mute. That she did. No, I can't hear you. Log out and log back in, maybe. I don't know what's going on. So it's just me for a little bit. So for when I have team meetings, we actually use Zoom. And so we can see each other, which is really nice. You feel like you've got that face-to-face relationship, right? There you are. Oh, you were there a second ago. What the hell? No, you're not faking me out, are you? Because you've done that before. Yeah, so I'll just continue talking until she figures it out. So we have meetings on Zoom, all of us. I have my team once a week email me what their status is on all the different projects and clients that we have working together. So, you know, what they're waiting for, what they're all caught up with. And that way, quickly, once a week, they're squealing. What the hell? I'm going to unplug my little microphone here and then see if that helps with any squealing. They say they hear squealing. I know. I don't know what's squealing. That's terrible. Mute and bad noise. What the hell? Alrighty. So I will finish off. Lindsay will do sign language. But yeah, I have my team do accountability reports every week, which is super, super helpful. And I don't really know what else to say about teams, except dive in. And there's tons of advice that you can get on different Facebook groups. You know, if you're having any issues with some of your teams. Yeah, maybe there is feedback. I'm not sure. Are you back?
Oh. Yeah. You can't hear that?
I can now. I can hear you.
No, but can you hear that loud screeching?
No.
Can you try refreshing your screen?
Well, I'm the host, though.
Want to come back to it?
No, not really. No, it'll just end broadcast.
Because I only hear it when I come on. Anyway, I'm sure we've lost the whole audience. Bye, everybody.
Michael says it's better. There we go. Yeah, I was saying I have meetings do you have meetings, like virtual meetings with your team?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You guys can hear that, right?
I don't hear any squealing. I'm glad I don't hear any squealing.
Okay. Sorry, Lindsay. I don't know what's going on.
It's better when you're talking, so get talking.
So anyway, we should probably sign off and figure out what the freak is going on.
Exactly. So we've covered hiring and managing and systems and accountability and meetings and yeah, I think, and why.
Oh, even when I'm gone. Oh, I wonder if it's on your side, Lindsay. I'm going to blame you.
Thanks.
All right. Sorry.
How can people find you, lovely Lindsay?
Oh, one quick thing. If you go to, I'm all like out of space right now. Trafficandleads.net/SEO challenge. My 5-day SEO challenge starts next week. Make sure you get there. It's 5 days. By the end of 5 days, your entire website will be SEO'd and you will have a clear map forward on how to accomplish said SEO. Not only that, you'll be doing it with a whole bunch of my favorite people. So make sure you join us at trafficandleads.net/SEO. Oh, and yes, Peg, there is a new book coming up. My book, The Click Technique, actually will come out on July 16th. So watch for that. I'll say more next week. Wait, one more thing about next week. The last Thursday of every month for Marketing in Merlot will be by candlelight. Lindsay and I, and you guys are welcome to be by candlelight. And we will be inviting guests to come on and talk to us. So it'll be kind of a free-for-all. What's going on? What's on your mind when it comes to digimarketing? The Click Technique is an amazing book. Jim, thank you very much. Appreciate that. So make sure you join us on the last Thursday of every month. Same bad time, same bad channel. Lindsay, who are you?
That'll be so fun. I am Smooth Business Growth. I can't type here. Businessgrowth.com, where we help you attract and acquire customers faster through powerful content marketing. So anything to do with blogs, video marketing is huge right now, podcast marketing, especially sales funnels and email marketing. Yeah, take it off your plate and leave it to the experts so that you can concentrate on your revenue generating tasks. So hit up. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry for all of the tech problems. I still can't hear it. So, yeah. I guess that's it. Next week, we'll let you... Oh, next week is free Thursday. So come with the candlelight behind you, and we'll invite you on. You don't have to have candlelight to come on. We'd like to talk to anybody about anything. So show up.
They should have a glass of wine.
Is that the rule? My glass is here.
Okay,
it's empty.
I haven't seen it yet. It's empty.
It's empty. All right. Until next time, let's end with